If you're in government and you're advising the president, what would you have done differently?
Advising the president?
If you were advising the president, what would you have done differently?
Look, Osinbajo is the acting president of Nigeria now.
I mean, if you were President Buhari's advisor...
You said so, he had taken himself off that stage when he took off. There is a total delegation of power to Osinbajo. You cannot speak of two presidents at the same time. We have only one president now.
We have an acting president?
Yes, an acting president.
We have a president, we have an acting president.
The acting president, until the incumbent returns, that acting president is totally, without any derogation, any minus at all, completely the president of Nigeria. He should be the one addressing the Muslims. As a matter of fact,
he did so on the
well, that should have been left at that.
Okay, let me get the thoughts of Mr. Afegbua from our Abuja studio. What's your take on these? I mean, Mr. Oshotokun has his views on these. Having worked with the president, you also have worked with an executive, a chief executive of a state. In this kind of situation, what do you make of the voice note that surfaced, emerging as a voice of the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari?
Thank you, Sheung. Let me start from the last point of Mr. Aki Oshitokun. We have an acting president in place as we speak, and that acting president remains the president of the country until President Muhammadu Buhari returns and resumes office. Because when he was embarking on this medical trip, he did inform Nigerians that he had handed over powers by virtue of Section 45 of the Constitution to Professor Osinbajo. So to that extent, Osinbajo remains the acting president. I think what President Buhari did with this voice call is to speak to members of his family. He didn't speak to Nigerians, because Hausa is not the official language of the country. English is our official language, and whatever motive that this particular voice call was meant to achieve, it did a terrible job, a terrible blow on the public relations aspect of those who are managing the president's health. They should please allow President Buhari to enjoy his medical holiday, get the appropriate treatment, and be strong again to come back to resume his responsibility. This, what they have done is grossly unnecessary. It's a poor man's job. It's marks of crass indiscipline on the part of those who are handling the president's public relations. And I expect that rather than try to impress Nigerians that the president does not suffer from speech impairment, they should just rather let the man be and enjoy his medical holiday. Even from the voice, you can see that the man is struggling, you know, mumbling the words, almost with a waning voice, very frail energy. And for me, it compounds the whole scenario surrounding the president and his ill health.
Mr. Afegbua,
please, politics aside,
okay,
we should be serious.
Let me quickly throw this in. Maybe can put perspective to it. For a lot of people who have not seen the president, their president, for about 50 days now, and you read in some section of the media that the man might be suffering from some speech impairment, and you hear his voice for a first time. It's just like children who has not heard their father or seen their father for 50 days, and somewhat, in some way, you hear him. Don't you think these will give some level of courage or hope in the minds of the citizens at large in this context?
Sheung, as far as I'm concerned, the president has gone on medical holiday. The purpose for which this particular voice call was meant to achieve has been defeated, because even mere listening to him confirms, you know, the initial suspicion that the man is terribly down. And speaking in Hausa language further compounds the problem. You see, we need to get certain things right. the president's image makers should be left to do their job. All these inner circle, cabal, and what have you, or handlers of the president who are not trained professionals in terms of public relations, they should please allow those who were recruited for that purpose to do their job. Because it's very obvious that some persons are just somewhere, just feel that, oh, the president should talk to Nigerians. As far as I'm concerned, President Buhari spoke to members of his family that, well, he's okay, he's recuperating, fine and good. If he needs to talk at all, acting President Osibanjo should be talking to Nigerians. And the man did well by hosting Muslims to a dinner and also hosted quite a number of persons on Salah Day. That's enough. There is no vacuum in leadership. There is no separation in terms of the joint ticket that they enjoy. The Constitution envisaged this ab initio that in the absence of the president, the vice president becomes an acting president and assumes full power. So I wouldn't know what impression those who are carrying this voice call were trying to achieve. Rather than generate some kind of empathy in the minds of Nigeria and sympathy, they are just further making us angry. I'm a Nigerian first before I'm a member of APC. And I want to plead that APC has very brilliant minds in terms of those who can properly handle the job of public relations for the president. The presidential spokesman is also a very competent hand. They should allow them to do their job. This particular one is the job of a quack, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, now we go for a break now, but when we return, the APC in the LA section of their manifesto did promise Nigerians that they will restructure this country and touch up on the Nigerian constitution. How far have they gone as now Nigerians are talking about restructuring the country? That takes our attention next when we return from this break. We'll be right back.